Hey guys, and welcome to the Confused Gamer Christmas special with me, Confused.
And me, Morpheus. This video is a little look at an easy Christmas game of 2v2 AI that me and Confused had a little earlier.
We will also be discussing various gaming topics, including channel headings and our gongs, and maybe even a little look at our recording studios that we work out of.
Okay, so today I'm playing Zerg.
And I'm playing Protoss.
And we're up against a couple of medium Terran opponents. Okay, so at the moment I've made a few little Zergling troops who I'm sending round the back to the destructible entrance around here. They are making a couple of units, and
well, I am building a couple of sentries, just trying to get a little bit of the defence up just in case they launch a counter-attack, and I'm also got some troops on the way. I think I've queued 3 at the moment of the zealots, and also am doing quite well on my economy. I always think that economy is the backbone to any decent game. Have a good economy. As you can see, I'm just centering up the front of our base so that we are impervious to an attack.
Okay, so I have sent in a couple of troops as a little occupation for them, and I'm currently halfway through destroying that barrier, which you can see there. Now they've got a general setup for the two of them. They've each got 3 marauders and a couple of marines each, and they're looking to be going for that, just the marauder marine attack, and they haven't got any factories up at the moment for any Helions or other vehicles. If we have a look back at our base, we are both, I believe, making more units. I'm not at the moment, but we can see some zealots on their way at the moment. Now that's almost down, and we'll see the effect of me going in through there as soon as that goes. Now at roughly the same time they launch an attack, which is pretty useful because it allows me to just run rampant through their base.
Which obviously allows them to knock out their economy, which allows them, which gives us some time really to rebuild and build some more troops and really gain a bit of a heads up and an advantage on their troop count. If we go back up to our base, we're looking at quite a lot of zealots now being built. I'm trying to build as many as I can. I'm building quite a lot of gateways to try and bring in some more. I've already got my my cybernetics core working on the teleportation, so I can just teleport all my troops in. You can see my sentry guns here doing reasonably well against this minor force, really, just beating them down. As you can see, Morpheus is running rampant in their base, has destroyed most of their economy, and I just scared them away with some of my zealots, and really just minor patching up and building us some new sentry guns is needed.
So I just kind of failed miserably to destroy them there, and I've built a couple of extractors now, and I built a roach one to just get some extra forces out to get a bit more firepower. My Zerglings down there were destroyed, but it pretty much knocked out Player 4's economy completely, and it disrupted them quite badly. Now, I think they've both got 2 factories each now, and we can see none from this base, but both are creating Helions this side. Now, we've used this, so they have been defending this with a Marine Marauder combo, and this troop has gone for Marine and Helion. Now
I've sent my little bit of a party up to the kind of halfway point, just so when they launch an attack, we can instantly launch a counter-attack, which seems like a pretty good tactic, really, because their attacking force will be away from the base, so they won't be able to defend, and I'll be able to knock out a good part of their economy. And as we can see in a little bit, that tactic does actually pay off, as Morpheus stays back to defend the base, and I send up my troops up and gather near their base, so obviously they're leaving their base unguarded. At this point, I've gained teleportation and I have opened all of my gateways up to be warp gates, and I'm in the process of I'm going to start building some more gates and make them all warp so I can get as many troops in as is possible. As you can see here, we're still going with the 4th century defence and just a small group of Zerg in front there, and then we decide to send off again. Morpheus sends off some more of his troops and I send my zealots up to meet with the rest of my zealots, which I move slightly further forwards, so they're just closer to the base, so that obviously Morpheus will send his troops in. They mostly get slaughtered, going in a little bit of hassling with the economy, and then we can assess the situation as to how many troops they've got. And as we can see here, they've got a fair few, and I just keep mine hidden there and add a little bit of bulk with some stalkers, which I do bring in some more of in a little bit. But just to stress, we are not pros at this game. We just play it as a pastime, really. And you can see I'm just bringing in a sentry there to provide a little bit of protection for my group, as they do come into some combat before they're supposed to. As you can see, Morpheus is bringing in some more troops.
Yeah, so the benefit of us destroying the destructible entrance down here is that before they had a combined force, which would have been pretty tricky for us to break through. But now, as you can see, they're split, so it gave us the opportunity to just take one entrance and then have to deal with only half the force. But they now set off at roughly the same time as Cnuofesd there, but he makes fairly light work of them, and then the tactic of the counter allows him to just move on through and destroy them. Now, they have attacked, well, they're moving up, and if we just see what I could see, I couldn't see them, but now they are emerging out, and I get a little bit caught, so I just move back a bit so then I can have the photon cams for a bit of support. Now, if we go down and look at their base again, they have no defences at all to defend against this counter from Cnuofesd, and they are building a starport to get, I'm not quite sure what, I assume some Vikings, but I'm not sure, as this player has already done. He's getting a small defence out, but because of the attack up there, we're fairly sure they haven't got any more forces, as it was a fairly large attack they mounted. But I am making more roaches, and I've expanded out here, you may have seen, just to boost my economy a bit more. And I've got a queen out there and an evolution chamber to just give my roaches a bit more of a kick. If we look back down at their base, then we can see that this player's pretty much destroyed. You can't really see any way back for them, as any troops they make are just going to be instantly destroyed. But if we move back to our base, we can see a bit more of what Cnuofesd is doing here. Well,
I've just been building some more gateways, which just provides me with a bit more of a punch to pack, really. I'm going to convert them all into warp gates as soon as I can, and as you can see, I'm just bringing in more stalkers to bolster up my numbers in their base, and I send them all straight off, because obviously I can see I've got the upper hand down in their base, and I've pretty much wiped their economy clean. They did bring in a couple of troops that really made no match. My stalkers just shot them in the face. I just decided to make light work of some of their buildings, just bring them down. And at the same time, I obviously built some more troops to send them in. But player 3 had started mounting a small force that was overwhelmed when Morpheus decided he was going to join the attack as well, with his rather large army of roach warrants. As you can see, we decided just to keep it as a four turret defence. No need for any more at the time, because they didn't pose that much of a threat. And as you can see, Morpheus has decided he's going to launch his attack now. And obviously, with opening the second entrance, we've naturally split them, because the player 4 is naturally going to want to go out of his exit, and therefore split their forces. And as you can see, Morpheus makes light work of their defensive efforts and goes in to start destroying the buildings. Okay, so by this point we can pretty much tell the game's won, because we've destroyed all of their forces and we've got a fair army of our own.
We if that force gets repelled, then we've still got some backup, so we're not going to be destroyed, and it would just be a delay, really. And yeah, our forces are just kind of coming in through there. No defence is available because of the split troops. And they may have stood a better chance if there had been one entrance and they'd had a joined army, but as there was a destructible entrance, that was not the case. Now, I believe, yes, we've got a couple of columns of backup coming in here, so there was really no chance that they could even possibly win, but we just thought we'd make some more anyway and see how many we could get and just destroy them completely.
Well, what we did, really, this was quite a simple game. We used quite simple tactics, really, just mass production of troops and sending in and definitely hassling their economy and wiping their economy out, as Morpheus did right at the start, and providing a second entrance that would naturally split them, as this map is very familiar to us and this is a tactic we employ every time we play this map. It just provides the enemy with two exits to leave, and makes us be able to absolutely own them as we are. So as you can see, that's pretty much it. We've won the game with minimal forces and easy production values, really. Cheers for watching, guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas from all of us at the Cnuofesd Gamer. Be sure to sub up and stay tuned for more content coming just after Christmas. Cheers, guys.